CLB.
What up, world? It's your boy Chuck Wick Ill, aka Charles Brown. Back again with it ain't another review. This time I'm going back. I'm doing one of those what really happened joints. It's been a while. I've been saying I was going to do what really happened. I got all these stories from all these shows, bruh, and I've been holding on to them because in a lot of cases, I don't even want to tell some of this stuff because some people in the process might get their feelings hurt or something like that. But this stuff old, man. Grow up, man. This is old stuff. I'm just talking about stuff in the past just to put it out there so people know how these shows go behind the scenes. I did mad shows, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start going back. I'm going to start working backwards. I did like Beanie Siegel. I did Chic Luch, Styles P, Killer Priest, K Solo. What's your boy used to battle rap that got arrested for pimping? I did him. I did Cuban Links. I did mad shows, bro. Joel Santana. The old ones are up. I put up Joel Santana. You can look down in the videos and see that. I put up Mobb Deep. You can go down in the videos and see that. I got so many of these joints, though. I'm just going to start pulling them back out. I'm going to chill on the reviews for a little bit. I'm just going to do some other things for a little bit. Because reviews take so much, because I want the reviews to be right. I don't like doing reviews half-assed. I mean, I got to listen to albums over and over and over. So I'm going to chill on the reviews. When something moves me that I got to review it, you'll see the review. Other than that, I'm going to be doing a little bit more. Bringing back Talking Facts. I'm bringing back the Audio Liquor Report, all kind of stuff. We just going to get it in. And with this channel, I'm going to be uploading 2-3 times a week going forward. I saw one of y'all in the comments like, oh, what happened to dude? Yeah. Nah, I'm still here, man. Rest in peace to my mom. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy year, but everything gonna be all right. So yeah, man, this what really happened. I'm going back with this one. This is when I did Bizarre. Y'all know I did like little tour runs. I did a little tour run with Slaughterhouse. I did like a couple shows. I did Raekwon before, but that was only 2 shows. Sometimes I get inbox from other promoters. All right, so we're gonna get into this Bizarre from D12, Eminem's boy. You know, Bizarre, and this one of the funniest. This is one of the funniest ones to me because it got a lot of moving parts. I could never tell you everything that really happened because there's so many moving parts with this that I could never explain how crazy the Bizarre experience was. And it wasn't even all about him. Most of it had nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? The Bizarre situation go like this, right? As usual, I get hit up by other agents and promoters, offers to book sometime. A lot of times it's a promoter who's a fan of that artist, right? So I got hit up from a dude out in New Hampshire. I'm not gonna say nobody's names, but a dude in New Hampshire, and he's working with this company. You can see it on the flyers. Get Money Music, I believe it was, right? And me and him it was all right. You know what I'm saying? I only knew him because I always reach out to different cities, and to do your job well, you have to have promoters in that city, right? You have to have promoters if you want to extend your foot into New Hampshire or Connecticut or DC or wherever you're trying to extend. You need to hit up the promoters that's already there. You can't go into a city cold and then try to do your thing, because first of all, they're going to try to stop your show. They're going to try to ruin it, or no one's going to know you even having a show. I've done shows where I didn't have no person in that city working with me and there's nobody there. So one thing I learned a long time ago, you got to reach out to other people doing what you do. The same business you're in, you got to find somebody out there that's pretty much doing your same business. So me and this cat had kind of built a rapport. We did some shows, some like showcases, underground stuff. Me and him did things very differently. You know what I'm saying? Because he was just getting in it, so he was learning how to control these shows with all these rappers. I be having 20, 25 rappers on one show. You cannot let them control the show, because at that point you've lost control. And when I went to New Hampshire and I did the first show, because I used a venue that he had already was dealing with. So me and him connected through this venue. What was the name of this place? I'll think of the name of this place before this video is over. I'll put it at the bottom. But I did a show out there, and when my show was over, the owner of the venue came up to me and said, I've never had a show go so well, so orderly, and so pleasant. It would be a pleasure to do more business with you. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, we've never had any promoters bring any type of shows here that were this well organized. And I thought it was I could have did better, but he's like, this was so well organized. All the artists respected you. Everything was whatever. Insinuating when the other guys do it, it's kind of wonky. And then, I started to see what he was talking about as I move forward with these shows in this area. So, long story short, the promoter of that event, right? And we, even with that event, right, we kind of did it together in a way, but it kind of, to be honest with you, it was kind of sloppy. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was like, it wasn't sloppy on mine, but it kind of got kind of wonky a little bit. Like, stuff was misconstrued with certain artists. Certain artists thought they was going to be bigger than whatever was going on with what I was doing, and they was coming in on this guy's name, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm used to that, so I knew how to manage that. So he hits me in the inbox. Yo, I can get Bizarre. I got Bizarre's people from D12. He want to do a couple spot shows real quick. And usually what that means to me is the artist is trying to get a quick money, get a little quick buck and move on. Like a little something to pay their rent or whatever they got. Because it's never like a high amount. You know what I'm saying? Like it's little stuff. And being a promoter, you're going to jump on when they're trying to do these little spot tours. Because the more shows you do, the cheaper the shows are. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people that don't know this business think these rappers get a whole lot of money, but they don't get a whole lot of money, especially the older ones. So they're doing shows, and the more shows they can get, they just coming out doing 20, 30-minute set, believe it or not. A lot of these rappers don't know that the older rappers, they don't want to be up there for 2 hours. This is a fact, bro. They don't want to be up there 2-3 hours. Man, I've had rappers, Cormega, all these different people come with a CD that'd be 20 minutes. That's the entire show. And the rappers and the fans be thinking it's me or somebody else making this show short. No, they come there 20 minutes. Keith Murray had 20 minutes. They have a CD that'd be 20 minutes long. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, we good. And the art and the fans be wanting this hour and a half. It ain't many older guys that want to do that, especially for the money they're getting. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they coming for $2,500. They not giving you that be their price. It don't be what you're offering. That be the price. So it's like, or less. So it's like they not doing all 3 albums and the bonus tracks and the B-sides. They're not doing all that, and they don't want to. So he's like, I'm gonna do a couple spot shows with them. Are you interested? Because you got the markets down there. I can do it up here. We're gonna do a good New England tour. I was like, okay. I'm like, I can do New Hampshire with you. I can do Connecticut with you, and I can do Rhode Island with you. And Mass. So that was 4 states we was going to do. Now, I think we ended up only doing 3, but it was supposed to be 4 states. It was supposed to be New Hampshire, Connecticut, Prague, and Mass. It was crazy because it was supposed to be a certain amount. It was short amount. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was small. And I think it might have worked out to $1,000 a show, something like that. I mean, it's bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? So it was like $1,000 a show, and I guess I was going to give him a cut or whatever was done at the door. Whatever it was like, let's do something real short. You know what I'm saying? He get this quick $4,000. At the end of the day, he getting fed and rooms and $4,000 for a little weekend of work. You know what I'm saying? So that's good money if you this is a grind. This not a This not this magical thing that you think of it. This is a grind. And when you're an older artist, you're grinding out here. You know what I'm saying? So $4,000 to come out on a Friday, go home on Monday, that's good money. You know what I'm saying? So it's $1,000 a show. Plus he get the whatever, he get money for food, and we put him up in lodging. So okay, bet we're gonna do that. I was like, I'm not putting deposits and all, like, this is not what I'm doing. I'm not gonna be sending out a whole lot of deposits for all this. This is a thing. We doing this off the muscle, blah 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 blah. As it went on, as a couple weeks ago when I started promoting it, he hits me back like, yo, they kind of want a little something to say, whatever. I was like, well, when I get this ticket money and whatever, I'll send you something just to lock it so they feel better, whatever. So boom, I'm promoting this thing. I'm doing it's the Bizarre mixtape release tour. Laced Blunts 2 was the mixtape he was releasing, right? And it was supposed to be like released around the same time. I don't know. I don't even know if the mixtape ever came out, because by the end of this tour, I was all set with Bizarre and everybody else. So I started doing what I do. I started putting up these Facebook pages, these invites. Oh, it's Bizarre. We're doing 4 cities. You could jump on. We usually offer opening slots to artists. That's what we do. Artists come on board. They either pay up front for their tickets, or I give them the tickets, they go sell them, and and this is the thing that people don't understand. I'll give you tickets, and you'll make half off that ticket. And I used to get into some of the most ridiculous arguments with the most ridiculous people who was calling it a pyramid scam and all this other stuff. I'm like, bruh, if I hand you $300 worth of tickets and tell you can keep 100, give me 2, or you can keep 150 and I keep 150, it depends on what the show is. If the show is a better selling show, we're gonna sell it for 20, you keep 10. How is that? How are you getting burned? And you get to perform. How are you getting burned? But you got these people, you know what I'm saying? And it drives me crazy because they don't respect the business. They want to rap for free. They want you to give them the stage for free. They want 20 minutes. They want to go at the perfect time, right before the artist, and they want to do it all for free. And you're supposed to give it to them because for whatever reason, this is hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When a person starts arguing about what should be free, you need to ignore that person. Nothing is free. That rapper ain't coming to the city for free. These people ain't going to open this venue for free. The security ain't going to work for free. The DJ ain't going to work for free, right? The bartender ain't going to work for free. Nobody's working for free, but you want to come at the promoter and tell him to do it for free and give you the stage for free and give you the mic for free. I learned a couple years ago, stop arguing with dummies, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is hard work, bro. I got to sit here daily, all day, all night, and deal with the nonsense of these rappers and these agents and these managers, the contracts, all this stuff. I learned a lot of ways to make this stuff happen besides the point of these people, because people are annoying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of stuff you got to do in spite of people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving out tickets. People are selling tickets. I'm promoting the show. I believe I even did a open up 4. I do the open up 4 contest in order to build buzz for the show. So we it's getting closer to the show. First show, I believe, is in New Hampshire. I believe the first one is New Hampshire. Way out in the sticks somewhere, and I gotta get them rooms. So we start having an issue with that because I don't book rooms up front. I wait till the day of, because every time, and so this is what they're gonna try to tell you to do. They're gonna try to tell you, we need them rooms a month in advance. We need to know where the rooms are, what hotel you're going to be. And then you get what happened to me is you get a Mobb Deep booking with Alchemist on the bill. You buy the rooms, and then come to find out the night of, Alchemist can't make it. He's sick. So I got rooms over here for Alchemist that ain't coming. Or you get Big Pooh Terminology show, and then you get them the tickets, and then you hear, oh, Big Pooh bus got in a crash. Big Pooh ain't coming, and you sitting here with rooms for Big Pooh. That's happened to me. So I don't be booking the rooms in advance, but they wanted the rooms, whatever. So I waited to the day of, and I booked the rooms. And it just so happened they didn't really have nothing close to the venue. They had something that was like 9 minutes away, which ain't that far, but the rooms that we end up getting were like Best Western or something. Like, it was they didn't have good rooms, period, in this city. It was an off the grid type city, so the rooms were crappy. So it started off on a bad note where I booked the rooms, they were crappy, and I wasn't in the town yet. So when they got to the rooms, they couldn't check in because I wasn't there to check them in. I wasn't there to put my credit card or whatever was going on because I was on my way, which I didn't think that would happen because normally I can book you rooms and you just go in, give them a credit card, you're good. But they was like, no, whoever booked this room needs to be there, blah, blah. So I'm on the road getting messages saying, oh, we're here, and they won't let us get our room. So right there was already a goofy start, right? I wasn't that far away, but I got there, I got them in the rooms, whatever. But right there, you already got a artist looking at you sideways like, yo, what's going on, right? Things happen. It's not a perfect world. So to get the rooms, these rooms are terrible. I didn't like this hotel. I can be honest with you. But it's bizarre. He's crazy. He's supposed to be wearing a diaper and all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So we do that. And mind you, I know disrespect to Bizarre. This is what it is. This shit happened mad long ago. So we do that. It's the night of the show. They want some food or whatever. Bro, I think the agreement was $100 for food. They try to do $100 a night for food. I was like, I'm not doing $100 a night for food. Like, this stuff adds up. These shows don't make that much money as you think. You be barely scraping by. A lot of the stuff you're doing for the love of the game, and you might walk away with a couple $100 at the end if you're lucky. So I'm not going to be giving you $100 a night. Who needs $100 a night to eat? Who needs that? You know what I'm saying? Like, this not Eminem, bro. Like, who needs $100 a night to eat? So I said, I'll give you $100 of food stipend, and then you could do whatever you want to do. 3 nights of food, you could do that. You know what I'm saying? For $100. What are we talking about? And you're getting paid $4,000. And I'm getting you your room. So why do I need to give you so much food? So they wanted the food or whatever. I'm not sure if I cash out them or what, but they wanted food or what have you. And I don't know what they got or what have you, but it just is little stuff that I don't know if it was like they were expecting this whole spread to be in the room or whatever. No one does. I don't know who does that. Not me. I'm not doing all that. Because then you go get the spread. I'm telling you, I'm experienced. You go get the spread and no one eats it and it sits there and goes bad. So I just made this whole spread and it's just sitting there and it's going to waste. And I just wasted $150 on a spread. I don't do that. Just like I bought rooms for Joe Button when they came, and he said he wanted to go back home the very same night. And I got him good quality rooms in downtown Providence at the Marriott. These were good. This wasn't janky. They never set foot in the rooms. Never set foot in them. And I lost money. So it's like, I don't like losing money. I end up going to the thing my damn self. So we got the New Hampshire show to go. We are... I'll be honest with you, I don't remember much about this show because everything was such a cluster. It was so many little things that night. The sound wasn't... He's there. This is supposed to be... This is your city. You're supposed to be on top of this whole thing. And it just... When I get there, everything's not lined up. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm scrambling around trying to get this hooked up, that hook. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm coming from a whole different... I'm driving up, I think it was hour and a half, 2 hours. I shouldn't be trying to get there and figure out the sound, this and that, and who's going what. So it was just a lot of problems. There was nobody to work the door. We was back and forth about who was going to do the door. It was just all this. It was all this stuff. And you got to think we're splitting this. So we're trying to I'm making sure he's on point. He's making sure I'm on point. We're trying to figure out who on both our sides going to watch this door and do all this stuff, and then there's money coming from here and there, and he done made promises to these guys, and I done made promises to these. So it's like, this is why I don't really do too much stuff with other people. Either I'm doing it or nobody's doing it. I'm like, I don't really be half and half. So at the end of the night, I think dudes was like mad at him and mad, like just was like, it was just all messed up. And I believe Bizarre, when he did go on, he went up mad late. The club's about to close because it was just so much nonsense. And this is how these shows go. When you got all these openers and you got all these hands in the pot, it's going to be confusing. So he goes up late, he raps, but you know what I'm saying? He ain't really that excited about what just went down because it went down goofy. and then they go back to the crappy rooms. And guess what? So I get a text or whatever. For whatever reason, they wasn't happy. It was funny. It was funny business with the money. It was just all messed up. So he got paid, but that wasn't the point. It was just I had problems, and this guy had problems about how the first show was so clumsy, and all these people thought they was going to be right before Bizarre. Like all these rappers, I want to go right before Bizarre. So you got to deal with all this nonsense. We get into these text messages about how this thing was going. It gets a little heated. I pick up the phone and we start really going at it, right? About, I don't even remember everything that went wrong. I just remember nobody was really happy with the situation. I'm like, okay, bet. We're gonna fix these things, because we really almost it got so bad that we almost canceled the entire thing. And I think at one point I did cancel it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like we kept going and we figured some stuff like, all right, this is gonna be this and that. The next show we're gonna make this work. We're gonna do this better. Blah blah blah. So I don't remember the order of the shows, but I do remember Providence, Rhode Island was last. The show before that was, so we had Mass, then we had Connecticut, and then Providence, Rhode Island was last, which is my city. So Mass, right? I got another guy in Mass that I joined up. I threw him on for the Mass show. The Mass show went just as wacky because I get to this place. Not only is it not prepared, it's not even open. People are standing outside because the door's locked, right? The door's locked. This place is not open. We're waiting for the quote-unquote owner, which I've been through that before. The owner is late. You got to understand, he doesn't care. It's not his event. He doesn't have nothing writing on it. He don't want to open it too early because he don't want nobody in there that's not drinking, because he's paying the bartenders and security, all this for. I understand the game very well. So I know why the owner doesn't want to open those doors at 7, 8 o'clock. And you might say, well, you should get a contract. No, these contracts is pieces of paper, bro. Human nature is a different animal. It's not the same. You can have a piece of paper. That don't mean they're going to do what you say. So I get there. We looking for the owner. He finally opens the door. All these rappers standing out front of the door. Everybody's a little edgy. And I had told them Bizarre to get to the venue early because people want to see him in there. They want to see him, which you normally won't do with a bigger artist. But with Bizarre, his fans want to see him there, and they want to know he's there drinking and watching him rap and all this stuff. It was a weird kind of fan base. So they like, we want Bizarre in the building before we rap. All this little crazy weirdness. So I get there and like, they don't really have no VIP set up. Like nothing's ready. So we start trying to get all this little stuff, and people sitting in the area where he's supposed to be. It's just, I'm running around. My DJ's late. It's like, it's chaos. And I'm the only one accountable because this other guy's just trying to be up under Bizarre. You know what I'm saying? Just get that little notoriety. Some people in this for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being disrespectful, but some people are in it. You get some promoters, they whole entire purpose for promoting is to get the picture with the rapper. I don't care about the rapper. I'm here to do a job, do it well, and get paid at the end of it. Some people entire day, and that was one of the issues of contention. I'm like, you've been up under this rapper since this whole thing. You are not tending to anything on the ground level. You're up under this rapper. You're not a business partner right now. I'm doing all the work, and you're sitting up there smoking bobs or doing whatever you're doing in his hotel. I'm like, why are you in his hotel with him? That's why stuff is not getting done. So again, he's chilling with this guy, and I'm doing this stuff at the thing. And I'm like, he not getting there till this guy get there. I'm like, we doing this together, bro. You can't be showing up with him. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, is another cluster. The thing starts late because the venue's not open. So, and every rapper wants to get on. And not only that, I have my own crew, my own boys that they want all 10-minute sets in this. So you got to think we starting late, and then I got to get all my boys up. On top of that, who they not even selling tickets or paying anything. So now you're talking 5 separate sets of my own people. That's 50 minutes, let alone the other people who are selling tickets. So what happens? It runs late. And the owners, one of these owners, like, I don't care what you do. But at 1 o'clock, I'm locking this thing down. Ain't nothing going to happen after 1 o'clock. So we're running late. Certain rappers haven't got on. I got people on who didn't even pay. And I got people looking at me like, I want to be next. And I'm like, Bizarre got to go next. So some people didn't get on. And I really regret. I hate when that happens because it is what it is. I can give you your money back, but some people ain't about the money. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't about, I'll give you your money back. Everybody who paid to see you, I'll give you their money back. But at the end of this thing, when it all settled down, a couple rappers didn't get to perform. And that's when it's on and popping with most promoters. They're going to have a problem because them rappers that didn't get to perform going to want to fight you. You understand? I'm usually at these things with me and my wife. I ain't tripping off fighting, but you're not going to do nothing to me. I've never been stolen on, never been pushed, mushed, punched, never been really physically threatened at all. It's just, I don't carry myself like somebody you're going to do that to, right? The toughest gangster rappers have never put their hands on me, not even one time. And I got a lot of instances where it could have went down like that. I can tell you a bunch of them. But in this case, I had this one guy. This guy was extremely, like, I really like this dude as a person. But you can tell, like, he's fresh out of jail. Like, this dude was streets. Like, this dude was out here. Like, and he was just a dude trying to get his name out. Like, one of these big money talk dudes. Like, I liked him. But he wasn't nothing to play with when he thought you was trying to play him. Right? So he didn't get on that night. And Bizarre rapped. He did a short little set. It was a bunch of confusion. And again, another screwy night because the guy that I'm supposed to be working with, he want to come and leave with Bizarre. Right? He want to come in with Bizarre, chill in the VIP with Bizarre, come ask me with the money, and then go back and chill with Bizarre. You know what I'm saying? So it's like goofy shit. So I'm like, okay. This guy didn't get on. Everybody dipped. He came to me like, yo, bro, what happened? I'm like, bro, I apologize. I'm going to make it up to you tomorrow night down in Connecticut because the next show's Connecticut. We're going to get you on, blah, 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 blah. So he didn't really confront me at the venue, right? I get home. Dude calls me like, he's like, yo, bro, you cool and all that. But my boys that came to see me is feeling the kind of way that I didn't rap. So I'm going to put it like this. I'm not a guy that's going to do something, but they are. And pretty much if this Connecticut show don't go the way in my favor, it's probably going to be not a really good look for you. He said, I'm not threatening you, but I'm just letting you know. So I'm like, B, don't worry about it. I got you. Da, da, da. I don't know if I got him because I don't know how this thing going to go. Show number 3. We just had 2 clusters. Show number 3, right? Show number 3 is in Connecticut. Mind you, this one was the worst one because I'm dealing with guys I never dealt with before. I'm dealing with guys that's telling me this and that. I had a guy inbox me, was like, oh yeah, you doing Bizarre? Okay, I'm gonna book the DJ for you, the venue, da da da. He books a venue, right? And he books a DJ, a dude I know from doing other shows. He booked them and blah, blah, blah. He's like, I was like, man, I don't want to book a DJ that I got to pay because I don't know what's going on. He's like, nah, B, I got you. I'm going to pay him. I'm going to pay the DJ, da, da, da. Long story short, he backed out before the night of the show. He backed out a couple nights before. I couldn't even get to him on his Facebook no more. He wasn't responding when the DJ's like, are we still good? We still good? Da, da, da. I'm like, I don't know what's up with your man. And come to find out, he texted me after the show, like 2 days later, like, B, he's like, man, I'm sorry. I just wasn't prepared. I just backed out. I apologize. But not only did he back out, he put undue pressure on me to secure that venue. So I secured the venue with this dude that he only really spoke Spanish, right? So I'm trying to secure with him, and he had a contract. He sent me a contract and everything. But what happened was he sent a contract to 2 different people because he didn't know what was going on. So I end up having booked it the same night as another guy, right? So the venue's double booked. So I'm on my way down the road and someone hits me up like, Charles, yo, I gotta tell you, because there's some rappers in Connecticut that was on the show. He's like, bro, I'm here at the venue. They telling me this ain't your night. You don't have this venue tonight. Mind you, I heard the other guy told me, he said, if this Connecticut thing don't go right, it's gonna be bad for you, right? So I'm like, I'm almost there. I'm on my way. I'm fine. I get there. It's another dude setting up a party. Some dude booked a party, and he got all these people coming in because he's selling tickets because his party. He got a party. So I find the owner. I was like, how you doing? What's going on? Why? He like, didn't you book this? I was like, yeah, but why is this another party? He's like, oh, I thought it was both. I thought you were together. Oh, it's two different parties. Oh, okay. He said, well, I got a back room you could do it in. Mind you, mad people had started backing out of the show, so the show didn't make no money. The show in Connecticut, woo, that thing didn't make no money. And not only that, the little bit of money it was making, like I was getting $100 for each performer. So that always equaling up to pay Bizarre, because nobody's really buying tickets to see this guy. They buying tickets from the rapper that's selling them. They're not walking them to the door like, oh, I'm here for Bizarre. It's a different animal. It doesn't work like that. So if these rappers back out, that's Bizarre's money backing out, and that's money for the venue. And so a lot of rappers start backing out. The owner wanted his money up front before he would let me set up. He's like, you have to pay for this before you set up. So I had to go figure out in my own pocket the money that we didn't make for this thing yet, because I was going to get the money there when the rappers start paying whatever. No, that didn't happen. I had to pay this guy just to set up in the back room. This wasn't the stage, because the stage was booked by the other. We had the back room. I had to roll with it, right? Long story short, the people that was already there, we didn't have no mics and nothing. Told you this guy backed out, and I was supposed to get the main stage. So now I'm scrambling. I always have a bag of equipment. So now I'm scrambling to go through the bag and figure out this and that. The DJ said I'm gonna have to run it through his turntables. So I'm running mics through his turntables. It's crazy. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. So I can go into my bag. I'm getting mics and all this stuff. I'm like, check. I'm going through all this stuff. I get the mics going. We in the back room. They just rapping on the open floor. But it's better because it was a little intimate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was there, and they was just like, you know, the people was there. It was a smaller crowd in the back, and it was more hip hop. It wasn't this whole big glossy. It was like, oh, this is raw back here. Like, you got a mic, you on the floor, and everybody's around you. And what I started to find was the rappers performed, and they was happy. They was like, yo, this is mad dope back here, because it's just you and the mic and your music. And you got people standing up around you. They not sitting down. Like, we made everybody get up, and it was mad intimate. So these artists was enjoying their time with this. So as this is going on, my man has said if something go down, if I don't get the rap, blah, 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 I put him on like second or third. He was already drunk. So he did his show, but he was, you know what I'm saying, kind of tipsy. And then after he finished his rap, he like, B, I keep saying B. Nobody was saying B. He like, yo, bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming through, blah, blah. So the disaster's averted, right? Long story short, Bizarre comes in, and he's like, oh, this is what we rapping. I'm not rapping here. I'm not rapping here. You know what I'm saying? So Bizarre refuses to rap in the back room, the intimate setting. He's like, why we not on that stage up there? He doesn't know it got double booked, right? He has no idea what happened, because he shouldn't know that. He's like, why we not up on that stage right there? I said, bro, I don't know why the owner thought I didn't have this night, but it actually worked out for me because he charged me much less for the back room. I didn't even make enough to afford that front room, to be honest with you. It would have been bad. So he, by me getting double book, it actually saved me to be able to pay him and everybody else. So Bizarre and this guy that was with me went and pulled the owner of the party aside and told him, I'm Bizarre from D12. Can I crash your party and rap up there? So this guy knew who he was, and he kind of got caught up in the hype, like, oh, snap. They went up to the guy throwing the party. They didn't go up to the owner. They went up to the guy that was throwing his party, right? Some young cat. Hey, it's like a college party. And Bizarre tells him who I am. He's like, oh, snap, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, I'm in the back running the show back there, and I hear music come on. Bizarre. Yo, Bizarre's rapping. Yo, everybody started running up the front because Bizarre's rapping. He's doing his whole show. This man ain't never looked more happy than when he was doing that show in Connecticut on that front stage. The kid ended up not only letting Bizarre go up, he let a couple of openers from my thing go up there, which inadvertently I don't think he knew what he was in for, because what happened, 3 or 4 of my openers went back to back, but this is a party. These people paid for a party, and out of nowhere, now they got a rap show. So 20 minutes into that, they started getting mad because this is they don't care about no Bizarre. It's a college party. You know what I'm saying? They like, why is this? What is happening right now? So he started getting into little whatever with the people that came. Like some of the people was upset. Like I think he got like in shoving matches or something, like, because after Bizarre rapped, openers started going up after Bizarre. They started grabbing the mic and DJ put this on. And before you knew it, 30 minutes into his party, it's random rappers up there rapping. So that's going on. Bizarre ends up, they start asking for their money. And I got upset because I'm like, yo, my show was in the back. The people who paid for Bizarre was in the back. So they're asking me, is he going to rap back here? Right? So I'm heated. I'm like, yo, that's great that he got to perform on the big stage. But the people that pay to see him is with these rappers and they're in the back. Right? So now I got people saying, I ain't even see him. Now we got another problem. Now is, I ain't even see Bizarre. I didn't know he was rapping up there. You ain't tell me. I didn't even know. They're happy. They're doing high fives. Bizarre's the happiest I ever seen him. Now he wants his money. I'm like, how am I going to pay you when you didn't even perform at my event? Technically, you at somebody else's thing, bro. I said, you need to get that dude to pay him. Because I didn't make enough money to pay him anyway because all these people backed out and no one really paid to see him. They bought tickets from these other people, but this is not how this worked. He rapped up there for a crowd that wasn't here to see him. So that was an issue of contention. Not only that, by me paying Bizarre, I didn't have money for the DJ. The DJ's upset. He's like, yo, somebody gonna pay me. That even though I never booked him. I never booked this guy. The other guy booked him and told him to show up. At the last minute, he's like, bro, should I still come? I was like, you know what? Come on. I'll take care of it. But at the end of the day, I never asked you to do this. But now I got to pay for that too. And then some kid came and his mom came. His mom came. He know who he is. His mom came and was mad that I had him rapping in the back when the show was in the front. So now she wants me to give him his entire $100 back that he sold tickets for. She goes out front, starts getting the cops because I'm not giving it to him. She's like, you need to give him his money back or I'm going to the cops. She goes out front to get the cops. And after this back and forth, I just take the $100 and hand her the 100. Mind you, I was going to pay the DJ with that. Now I had the DJ's money. So I got to go to ATM. Hopefully his ATM work, get his money out. Because he's like, yo, if I don't get some money tonight, it's going to be problems. So now it's all over the place. And now the crowd at the front is getting unruly, right? It's getting close to the end of the night. The crowd is unruly because these rappers are still rapping. It ain't my show no more. They all up there rapping. Throwing up these people party because now they come to me. I want to go up. I want the stage. Everybody wants the stage now. So now it's a whole thing. Something goes on, a fight. I think the promoter of the other thing, a whole fight broke out in his thing. It got so bad, they shut the entire night down, right? Connecticut, I don't know if I've ever went to a show in Connecticut where a fight didn't break. Connecticut is wild, bro. So fight breaks out, but I got my last rapper up in the back who wanted to go in the back. That was all set. So whoever didn't rap at that point, that was the problem of the front. But I got everybody on, everybody was over. Fight breaks out, DJ wants his money. I end up going to ATM. I end up luckily getting money out, give him that money, right? He's on something, I got to pay my baby. Like, I got my baby need food. Like, he was on something, I need, you know what I'm saying? Baby needs shoes. Like, I need my money. So he got paid whatever. But he's a little on edge. And I actually still had to pay him more. I said, I'll pay you more later. I just gave him a little down payment. I paid him the rest like a couple days later through the Cash App or whatever. So, fights outside. I'm thinking everybody got on, but somebody didn't get on again, right? And they're like, bro, the dudes, they outside looking for you, blah, blah. And I was me and wifey again. I rode, that's how I rode. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's going to happen. So I'm like, we just great dip, man. I'm just going to leave. We going to dip. I said, because they was fighting in the street. It spilled out onto the street. I'm like, we just going to go out. We going straight to our car and we going home. And between, just stick close to me. And it's like, I'm telling you, it's like anarchy out there. We dipping and dodging punches and people pushing, guns, pop, it's shooting. It's crazy. It got crazy out there. Luckily, we made it to our car, got in the car, seen people that was looking all around, and we just dipped, right? So the dude that was doing the veiled threats, he was happy. He was all set. He was good. Now, this is an issue of contention with me and Bizarre again, because they doing too much and he's on Bizarre. I'm like, it's like you on this guy's team. It's like you versus me. It's like you with them, and you're making me out to be the bad guy to this guy. Because by this point, I'm looking like a lame. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like a lame to Bizarre and them, and I'm looking like I can't do my job and all this other stuff. When at the end of the day, this is a two-man show, but it's one man doing all the work. So again, we have an argument, blah, 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 blah. This time he goes, oh yeah, this was the show where it didn't really make no money. So I was like, we didn't even have all his full money. So it's like it was a whole thing. So I'm like, he don't gotta come to Pride. We could have the show without him. They talking, we going back and forth. Mind you, we argued on every night of this tour. On this last night, which was supposed to be Rhode Island, he said, nah, Bizarre said it's cool. He calmed down. He gonna be there for the Providence show. He'll be there. So Providence is my hometown. Well, that's where I live. So all my artists gonna be there. Everything is gonna go like it's supposed to go. We get there. We did it at Simon's, which I do a lot of shows at Simon's. So things went how they were supposed to go. We get there. DJ set up. Everybody's doing their show. Blah 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 blah. Again, I want Bizarre to come so people can see he's there. But Bizarre comes. He comes a little early this time. I get him drinks. They start taking Bizarre. He's taking pictures with him. Everybody's happy. Blah 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 blah. Right. So I don't even remember what it was. But I don't remember. I really, truly, honestly do not remember why this guy got agitated. If I could remember, I would tell you. But he got agitated. Maybe because it was too many openers or what that he had to sit. I don't know what it was, but he started getting agitated. And as the night started going on, he wanted to go up. He's like, I just want to get on. Right? But what happens is if I put him on before the last openers, people going to leave and these openers going to get mad. It's a weird business, bro. It is what it is. But if you put the headliner up before openers, the openers are rightfully so going to get upset because people are going to dip after that. They're not going to stay for them. So I can't do that. So Bizarre was like, I want my $1,000 in cash right now before I get up there. Before any further, I want my $1,000, right? So all right, bet. I go count the register, blah, blah, blah. Get the $1,000, hand it to him. I dap him up like, we good, right? And he's like, yeah, we good, right? Give him the $1,000. They over there for a little bit. Next thing I know, Bizarre, the dude, and a couple people that they was with, hit the exits. Dip. This is an actual fact. It's so factual that some of the artists on the show came up to me, was like, did Bizarre just leave? I was like, yep. They was like, for real, he just left? Artists got on the mic, we don't need him, F him, da 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 da. I can tell you who the artists were. You know what I'm saying? People got pictures, they got video of that. I don't know who has it. You can look it up, whatever. So, whatever the problem was, Bizarre was tired of it. Now, mind you, let's be clear. I haven't said everything that happened, and it wasn't no, oh, Bizarre's an innocent bystander in this, and he just took his money. It was a lot of stuff that went on that precedes him walking out. It wasn't just, oh, this guy's a lame promoter. No, it was a lot of little stuff that I argued with him personally about. You know what I'm saying? Because no one was doing their stuff 100%. So end of the day, I find this hilarious that Bizarre dipped with $1,000 from me and didn't perform, and I never saw him again. And me and this dude never worked together again. I didn't delete him because I don't really delete people on Facebook unless we get into a real serious beef. So I'm good with him. I don't care. I mean, the thing is over. We had our words out the words, but once it's over, it's over. I'm not going to be sitting there doing a whole lot of bickering back and forth. It is what it is. I find it hilarious that Bizarre dipped with that money, and a lot of the rappers on the show, they kept bringing it back up at the end. I think about 3 or 4 acts went, and they kept bringing it back up like, we don't need him, da-da-da, whatever. It was funny. So that's what really happened in Bizarre. Bizarre, you can keep that grand. I appreciate you, man. Do your thing for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I know that he really, he just had some illness. I hope he gets better. You know what I'm saying? This is not about disrespecting anybody, but I'm gonna tell my story. You know what I'm saying? So that's about it. I got more of these what really happened promoter stories coming up. Like I said, I'm gonna be uploading 2-3 times a week from now. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit that bell, follow your boy. Peace.